28 in the PM. Back to that. KG7POU.
Thank you, Charlie. Sounds like you had a nice weekend. And you didn't have to tell us you were special, my friend. We already knew that. KB3.
Well, field day was pretty good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I think I mentioned this on Saturday night. But I had to leave there. Some of the old hands just would not give up the radio for anything. And so we only had so many HF stations, and one digital, and it was both digital and CW. So you know, that was one guy, and one of the other stations that had an amp. The amp, you know, was broken. Nobody tested it before they brought it to field day. So one of our two HF stations. Let me break for a second. One of our two stations there just was not functioning, and we were barefoot on that one. They tried to bring in other radios in between and try and swap out on that station. What can I tell you? Our club did get over 1,000 contacts in a 24-hour period, but we could have probably doubled that easily if only the old hands would have let the rest of us get in there and operate too. So there you go. I went home and I went on HF at home and made, you know, I didn't even count them. I still logged them all, about 40 or 50 fun contacts. It really didn't matter. It was just people calling out their own DX and just looking for signal reports. So even got guys on 11 meters and ended up on a 10-meter QSO with a rag chew group up there in Georgia. It was just an incredible weekend. Let me break for a second. Today I made a contact with a big gun over there in Bosnia, Herzegovina, or whatever, the former Yugoslavian Republic. And I looked at his QRZ page. The man had an antenna farm with about 4 or 5 huge 200-plus foot towers all the way around his property. It was just absolutely dwarfed his little shack, and I was amazed at how much he had to work with over there. I felt, you know, dirt poor with my little wire antenna. Anyway, Anna was running 25 watts when I contacted him, which made me feel even more dirt poor. So there you go, KN4ELD, back to the
Well, there's nothing wrong with being dirt poor, or even feeling dirt poor. That's okay. Yeah, well, I run into little glitches like that once in a while, but hey, I always have to admire the people that have the really fancy radio setups and everything. I've just got pretty average normal equipment here, but yeah, it's a lot of fun to see. Man, I tell you what, I go on sometimes QRZ, Rick, and look at people's pictures of their shacks and stuff they put up, and I'm like, alrighty then. KM4ELD, thank you, sir, and KM4OOC. John, KC8CMQ, what are you up to today?
Well, good evening, Mike. Morning, afternoon, and evening to the net. KC8CMQ from up here to cold country, and I mean, it's getting cold. It was about 72 degrees today, but they're talking the low 40s tonight. So we're going to be bundling up, and then come Friday and Saturday, they're talking 90-some degrees for us. So Sherry wanted to kick on the air conditioner just to make sure it was working. And then she said it was too hot this afternoon, which it really wasn't. So she took the chicken and the frying pan and stuff, and we went out next to the motor home underneath the big canopy. She plugged into the motorhome on the outside, picked the chicken. We went inside in the motorhome, ate the chicken. I came back out, brought all the dishes in, did the dishes, and now I'm sitting down. I want to wait until 9 o'clock to watch The Salvation, which comes back on tonight. So we get to watch that outer space thing. Not much happening for field day. I did hear one guy out there say that he was 19 Alpha. That ought to have been interesting to go see their station, the 19 Alpha. But I played right on the world, right here Saturday. I had to help out with 2 nets, one for Perry and one for Lauren in the evening. So we took them up. And let me get a break for just a second. I'll give you a hint what's going on tomorrow. KCACMQ with the crowd again. Well, being that tomorrow night is open night, open mic net. I'll get it straight yet. Still looking for people if they want to come in and they can play. If not, we will have a question, a good question. We're coming out of space this time. And we're going to be looking at, and I'll give you a little hint so you can get on the internet and start looking all over the place for this. We're going to be talking about a museum ship. United States Museum ship. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you which ones they are, but that's going to be your question tomorrow night. It'll be an A, B, C, and a D answer. With that, Mike, we'll send it back at you. KCHCMQ in the group.
Okay, thank you, John. Appreciate that, folks. Be sure and catch John tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on the World Friendship Net. He'll be your net control. He does a good net, and we appreciate him, and he'll be glad to have you, and you'll have a lot of fun. KC8CMQ from KM4OOC. All right, let's see if we can get some more check-ins here now. Anybody anywhere in the world wants to check in, please come now.
KM4 NHA Kilo November 4 November Hotel Alpha, Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Well, good evening, Mike. Kilo Delta 8 Tango Bravo Charlie, Lee in Michigan.
And if I could hit the right button, I'd jump in here. KG7POU over the hump and power up.
Net control, please copy Kilo Charlie 4 Zulu Whiskey Kilo, Yogi in Las Vegas.
And this is Kilo India 7 Papa Kilo Lima, Roy in Portland.
Kilo Charlie 7 Yankee Foxtrot Echo, Roseburg.
All right, we'll hold her up right there. That's a pretty good list. Julian, KN4NHA, Muscle Shoals. Good evening to you. Boy, I got some good musician friends from Muscle Shoals. Go right ahead, sir. The mic's yours.
Thank you very much. Well, my current location is Muscle Shoals. I've probably stated this before. I'm a commercial driver, so I'm a little bit everywhere all the time. So there's not too many places you'll hear me on and off all over the United States. Probably be coming through one of your towns, one of you guys' towns at some point in time. I do have one question for you guys on here. Maybe somebody on here can answer this. I was on the QRZ.com, and I was trying to do this logbook thing, and I'm pretty sure I got it wrong. Can anybody like drop a link in the message box or anything like that of actually how to use this logbook so I can actually start keeping track of all you guys? My little pen and paper's running out. Back to you.
Yeah, okay. If anybody didn't hear that, if somebody can put a link in the chat box or something with some instructions on QRZ logbook. Wait a minute, Lauren put his email in the thing there. All right, Julian, you see that KG7KA at yahoo.com in the chat box there. That's Lauren, our webmaster. If you'll email him, he'll help you out with that. So, Julian, it's good to hear you on the net here. I don't think I've ever worked your station before. I think I understood you say you'll be leaving Muscle Shoals and going where?
Yeah, after I leave Muscle Shoals, I'll be headed up to, well, over to Dalton, Georgia, then up to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and from Chattanooga, I'll be headed out to Vegas, and from Vegas to Riverside, California.
You must be traveling with a band.
Well, I'm a rock star in my own mind, but, you know, don't tell nobody.
Roger, on your own mind. All right, yeah, I've been there a few times. But not rock, country, but in bluegrass. Good to have you on the net, Julian. We're here Monday through Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we always on the Echolink, and there's a lot of other repeaters and nodes and other stuff hooked up in here too. And we hope you'll come back and join us. My name is Mike, by the way, and I'm in northwest North Dakota.
But yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I got a copy of you there, Mike. KM4OOC. I see you call sign there. As soon as I email this other fellow here, I forgot his name already. I'm terrible with names, but I'll make sure I put you in my logbook. So but I got you wrote down, and I will be talking to you guys here. I'm just gonna monitor here for a while, so I'm gonna turn it back over to Mike.
All right, Julian. Well, you're from my home state of North Carolina, Winston-Salem, it says there. I was born and raised just north of Hickory. And John here on the list, WN4V, he's from Hickory. So nice to have you in here. Thank you, sir. KM4NHA from KM4OOC. By the way, my email's good on QRZ, Julian. KD8TBC, Mr. Lee, our assistant net manager, and Thursday night net control, and every other night we can talk him into it. What's going on?
M4OC, what's happening, Mike, and everyone else out there on the net? Good evening to all. Julian, you can also, I said, like Mike told you, Lauren's a webmaster. You could also go over to the web page. A lot of good information over there, and that would be at www.bear, as in the animal, -IT, be Bravo Echo Alpha Romeo India Tango .com. Go look it over there. There's a link to take you back into the World Friendship World Radio Net webpage. Go look at that, Julian. But definitely email Lauren. He'll definitely give you some help on getting your logs going on QRZ. Well, Mike, made field day, but not for very long. Had to work Saturday. So by the time I got off work Saturday, so I couldn't go help set up, which I really would like to help set up and tear it down. But I got off work Saturday, come home. Of course, Any at QVS, he got a hold of me Friday and needed someplace to put some frozen hamburgers at, and it seems I'm right down the street. I said, just come bring them all, put them in, in the freezer in the basement. So I get home, let me buy a second, Mike. So I got home, and of course Judy's like, got to go up to the carpet store and pick up some padding for the carpet we're going to put down. I'm like, okay, well, let's go. So I ran up there with her, got some padding, got back here, and next thing you know, she's like, we got to get that carpet upstairs. I said, well, I got to run somewhere real quick. I said, went to go get us something to eat. By the time I got back from getting us something to eat, my son Daniel and one of his buddies came over. They already had the carpet upstairs. I said, okay. After I already had the padding down, though. So, okay, well, I guess I'm putting carpeting down. So we got the carpeting down. Went and got all the baseboards for it. The bedroom's pretty much done except for a ceiling fan and some paint. I don't do the paint. That's her job. But I did go over to field day in the evening because Bill called me and said he needs hamburgers. So I ran them over there to him and then sat over there for a little while. Came back home and went back up there for a little while longer and sat and didn't make any contacts. Bob, my audio shouldn't be all that hot. And it's that should be a little bit better right there. It's this mixer. Let me buy a second, Mike. But so got the room done. What else was I? Then Sunday finished. I was supposed to go help him tear things down Sunday, but I did a buddy of mine a call. We need a window put in. A buddy of mine does windows, siding, everything else. I gave him a call. He came over Saturday morning or Sunday morning. Him and I went to Home Depot and had to order the window. They didn't have the size I needed. Ordered the window. I picked up all the stuff for the baseboards and the rest of the trim work and the stuff to put the window in. So July 14th, I will have the window. Still waiting to hear the word on the driveway here. I talked to him Saturday. Hasn't got back to me yet on that. Didn't get to make any contacts, but I tell you what, I had a whole bunch of fun over there for a couple hours with the club. Had a good time doing that. Seen a bunch of people I haven't seen in a while, and that always makes it nice. Last I heard was 1,200 contacts, but the tallies weren't all in. So, Mike, I'll send it back over to you, KM4OOC, KD8TBC. Actually had
Yeah, it sounds like a good field day for sure. And how much longer till you're finished with the construction work?
Well, Mike, waiting to get the window in, but that was... We're going to not worry about the window right now, but I kind of figured, you know what? We're this far into it. I mean, everything is done. You got to pick up a ceiling fan. She's got to go up there and paint the baseboards and stuff like that. The carpet is down. Everything looks fantastic. The two granddaughters love it. They think it's beautiful. Of course, it's pink and white pink carpet, pink walls, white ceiling. One wall is white paneling. It looks pretty nice. The one wall with the white paneling is where the window has to go. It's got a single pane window. Had windows put in the house a long time ago before I bought the house, and there was a big tree back there, and the guy putting the windows in did not see the window. So I've been dealing with it for a while. It frosts over in the wintertime, so I figured, you know, I'm doing it. I might as well do it all right now. I got the extra money sitting here, so Mike's going to come over and put the window in for me as soon as it comes in on 30 by 37, odd size window. I know where to come across that window because usually they're even sizes all the way around. But a 30 by 37, so I had went to Home Depot. Okay, I got an order, so it'll come in July 14th, and the weekend of that, as soon as it comes in, Mike and I go up there and put it in, and they'll trim it up with aluminum outside. We'll get it trimmed up on the inside. Judy can paint that room, done. It's taken us a long time to do it, but then again, I work during the day and she works at night, so it makes it difficult to get in there and get it all squared away. But it is done. The kids are moving in this coming weekend, and they'll be able to go in there. We're going to put beds and stuff up there real quick, like through the course of the week. All right, Mike, I'll send it back to you, KM4OOC, KD8TBC.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Tell me your name. What's your name?
Jason Yassin.
Kaylee Lodgeland. Can
Yeah.
you spell your name?
Yeah. Kaylee. Kaylee.
Thank you.
I'm Jason Yassin.
Yeah, Kaylee Lodgeland. Okay, there's a third-party check-in for the net. That's my granddaughter, 4 years old, Miss Kaylee, and she loves to talk on the radio. Lee, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And man, sounds like you've been busy. Made me tired. KC8, KC8, KD8TBC from KM4OOC. And let's say hello to our webmaster, Mr. Lauren, and he does nets for us and everything else he can to help us out around here. KG7POU. Good evening, young man.
Good evening, Mike. Kind of a bad evening. I'm here planning that and waiting to go pick Kathy up at the urgent care. I had to take her over there this afternoon. She fell down kind of hard on Saturday. She thinks maybe she broke some ribs, but she's not sure, so she's over getting some x-rays and talking to the doctor and that sort of thing to see what's going on. I took her over there and stayed with her for quite a while, but one of these places that you got to sit for 2 hours before they would take you in, and then you sit for an hour before you get to see the doctor. And by that time I got bored, and I said, I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'll come back later and get you. I had to come home and let our dogs out of the one dog out of the pen that we keep him in when we leave, because he doesn't behave himself well. And so then when we go back, I'll just take both the dogs with me, and won't have to worry about pinning him up when we leave. So anyway, that's the business for tonight. Yeah, if Julian, I think it's Julian, KN4NH, if he'll email me, I'll give him instructions. It looks like he's not yet registered with QRZ, and you have to be a registered person with them and get logged in order to use the email. So I'll find out through email with him to see if he's gotten himself registered with QRZ, and if not, we'll talk to him about how to get that done and get him all set up so he can start logging calls in there. Interestingly, the logs in UHF don't mean much of anything. Let me reset here. You can log the calls on UHF, but they don't apply towards any awards or anything. So if you're looking for any kind of county awards or all states, worked all states, or anything like that, it does not qualify for using this kind of UHF on it through the Echolink and all that sort of thing. So anyway, we'll get him all straightened out. Anyway, if he emails me, I'll help him walk him through all of it and get him all set up on it. So thanks, Mike. Nothing else going on. I haven't done anything on the web page for a day or two, so it just sits, but people need to go in and check it if they haven't looked for a few days, and see all the latest stuff on there. 7-3, thanks for calling me, and I'll talk to you a little later. I'll continue listening. I'll take the HT with me when I go back to pick up Kathy. Talk to you later. KG7K, over the hump and power rump.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Lauren, and we appreciate you, everything you do for us on the website and as a net control operator, and you're, boy, we'd be in a mess without you around. KG7KA from KM4OOC. Mr. Yogi, thank you for your patience, my friend. KC4ZWK, how are you?
Good evening there, Mike, and hello to everybody on the net. Yogi out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We went up to 110 today. Had a little field day activities, 46 contacts, 4 DX. There was Canadian stations. Solar flux index is 73 today. Sunspot is 16. A index is 7. K index is 2. And that would be pretty good for 80 and 40 meters. And 30 and 20 is going to be fair. Noise level is going to be S1 to S2, which is normally S7 for me out here. I only get S1, S2 when I turn the radio off. Looked up the elevation for Las Vegas. We're a little over 2,000 feet elevation, so we're sort of a half a mile state over here. Let me let it drop. Girlfriend lost my gas cap, or our gas cap, on the car, so I went to the junkyard to get another gas cap and almost passed out over there. It's like 117 degrees out there, and it almost wiped me out. So we got a gas cap, $2 for the gas cap, and went home and took a little nap. So that's my story on this end. Thank you for doing the net, Mike, and I hope everybody have a cool evening. Kilo Charlie 4, Zulu Whiskey Kilo, back to net control.
Okay there, Yogi. Boy, man, you got to watch that heat there. That can be really dangerous. That's odd that heat exhaustion and shoveling snow are two of the most dangerous activities a person can do or get afflicted with. A heart attack from shoveling snow or overcome with heat exhaustion. And I didn't know you could be overcome with heat exhaustion while shoveling snow. So there's three different things. They put out some crazy pamphlets here in North Dakota, which our little city here is 1,982 feet. Always good to hear from you, Yogi. You be safe out there. KI7POU, Roy, good evening.
Well, good evening. Yeah, just enjoying everybody's field day stories. And man, it was my first field day this year. I'd never done field day. I've only been back on the air since last August, actually, so I missed it last year. And man, I had a lot of fun. Man, I saw some neat things. I saw this really QRP man-pack station. Like, yeah, I just drooled all over that. And we had an FT8 tent. I was watching the folks over there work some FT8. And then 3 in the morning I got up and drank some coffee and went on and worked the contest for about 2 hours from 3 to 5 a.m. and worked a few stations on 80-meter QRP sideband, and I'd never done that before. And I even worked Hawaii on QRP sideband. I was pretty excited about that. So anyway, had a lot of fun, and now I'm just resting up and recovering. You know, I haven't done an all-nighter in a long time, and I'm an old dude. So there you go. So anyway, back to you. This is KI7POU.
Okay, Roy. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you hanging out and being patient there. I know it was a long wait. And we look forward to hearing you again on the net. Dale, KC7YFE, good evening.
KM4OOC Net Control. Here's KG7POU. I just wanted to jump in and say hello, and it's feeling kind of warm down here. We got clear skies, and clouds all broke off, and we got a lot of sunshine, and had a pretty good day. And I took a book snooze, as usual. A book snooze, you know. Did a little jamming and getting together with a friend earlier today, a guy I get together with once a week. You know, we're trying to get something going here, a good little band, but it's kind of hard to find musicians when you need them. But we usually get together and study some jazz, drums and stuff like that, because I'm trying to learn that a little bit, see how they do things, so that way I can improve my own drumming. And I've been sitting here watching YouTube a little bit too, and I found this video clips of any a citizen would be videotaping, and cops would walk up and chase them off the property, or chase them, try to threaten them with, to arrest them or something if they were videotaping, First Amendment rights and all that, I guess, something to do with that. But yeah, some of it's pretty funny though. But anyway, I'll hand it back to you, Mike, and good to hear everybody else in there, and I encourage everyone to keep coming back, because really, I, along with everybody else who is net control, we'd like to talk to people, not crickets. Hi. So anyway, thanks for your service tonight, Mike, and it's really doing a good job on the net. So with that, I'll sign it back to you. KM4OOC Net Control, KC7YFE, back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Dale. I had a sneezing fit there. Yeah, John, you got to make sure you put that call sign in there correctly on QRZ. Oh, boy. Dale, thanks a lot. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Always good to have you on the net. KC7YFE from KM4OOC. All right. Let's go back to Florida and say hello to our friend Mark, K5NO. Good evening, young man.
Good evening, Mike. Good evening to the net. This is K7POU, Kilowatt 5, Norway, Ontario. The name is Mark, Mexico Alpha Radio Canada, and the QTH Winter Springs, Florida. Winter Springs, Florida. It's got to a high of 93 today, and it's currently 82 degrees in clear skies with a high of 89 for Tuesday. I didn't make a field day, even though our club, Lamar's, LMRS, from Lakeland, New Hampshire Radio Society, has a field day experiment in Winter Springs, which is not too far away. I missed it. I'm sorry. Better luck next time. But everything's fine. And that's it. Back to you, 73s. Have a great weekend and a great week, and take care. KM4OOC from K7POU.
Yeah, okay. Boy, I'll tell you. One of those old ladies with some of that high-class perfume must have driven down our road or something. I'm having a sneezing fit. Y'all smell that stuff in Walmart, I'm sure. I think it's called 3 Nights on the Vegas Strip or something. Or Eau de Toilette, because it smells like it. Man, good to hear you in there, Mark, as always. Thank you for being here with us, and thank you for being patient. Lee, go ahead with your recheck there, sir.
I forgot to tell you something. Yeah, Sunday I had to go to one of them things I really, really despise and hate, a reveal party. You know, when someone's pregnant, they want to have a reveal party and toss out either pink or blue. But this was for my son Daniel. Mike, needless to say, I'm going to be a grandpa again to a grandson. About time. What do you think? I got 3 granddaughters. About time I get a grandson. Got to give it to him. He's doing it right. That's all I wanted to tell you, Mike. Back to you. KM4OSC, KDTBC.
Victor Echo 1, Papa Juliet Whiskey. Trying to check in. Over.
Taking check-ins again in a minute. Well, Lee, you worried me there for a minute because you said you was having a reveal party for your son Daniel. If you would have asked me, we could have all told you he was our boy because we all knew that. But now you've cleared it up, and you're going to be a grandpa to a little boy. Congratulations, my friend. As you know, my grandson Evan just turned 1 year old last Friday. 1 year. Wow. That's pretty cool, though, Lee. You'll have plenty to keep you busy now. And congrats to Daniel, and I know he's excited. All right, let's get Peter in here, VE1PJW. Go ahead, Peter.
Good evening, Mike. Good evening, all. Not too much happening here. Just taking it easy. I just wanted to come in and give you another mark for the count. Everybody have a good evening. Catch you later.
Roger that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you stopping by to say hello. You have a good evening. VE1PJW from KM4OOC. All right, before I take some more check-ins, let me say hello to my friend Peter, VK6FCIP. Good morning, sir.
KM4OOC. Good evening, Mike. Good morning from here. Just after 0900, and congratulations to Lee. Very good. And we were just being told that we have another great grandchild on the way as well. So it's all good news all around. Well, we're back home. We're back in Byford. And it's a lot colder down here, but well. We've come back well tanned, We've been away nearly 2.5 weeks and had a really good time. And apart from one electrical fault on between the car and the trailer, nothing else happened. So all good. Thanks for the net, and I hope that weather in your country behaves itself. I think you've got some bad stuff heading in. Just looking at the synopsis this morning. From VK6 FCIP, good day.
Yeah, thanks, Peter. I'm glad y'all had a nice trip, and we got to talk to you. Yeah, I got you in there, Woody. We got to talk to you several times along your vacation, and sounds like you folks were having a lot of fun, and I'm glad you're back home safe, and congratulations on another great. Man, I'll tell you what, we're going to have to get some younger people in here to run these nets, Peter, because we're all going to be bogged down with grandchildren and too old to key the mic. VK6FCIP from KM4OC. Thank you, sir. Mr. Wilson, N5XCX is down there, and he's got company over for supper, and he's chomping at the bit to check in. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you, Mike. Yeah, I was just saying we had our 3-year-old granddaughter over for supper tonight. We are really enjoying that. But that's what grandkids are for, you know? So we can support the heck out of them, right? They also are the next generation of ham radio operators, you know. I just saying hi to everybody, and y'all have a good evening. We'll talk at you later on. This is N5XCX, still high atop Mount Dora for about 2 more months. Back to net.
Okay, Woody, thank you, sir. Always good to have you on the net, and I'm glad you're getting to spend some time with your family. That's always a lot of fun, and I'm very fortunate I get to do that all the time, and I'm thankful for it. I don't take it for granted. I don't take any of the grandkids for granted, and certainly not my boys. I'll tell you what, they're all good, and they treat me and Sandy with the utmost respect, and I can't say enough good about them. Woody, thank you. Glad you're here. Lauren over here in the chat box, I'm talking about getting old, telling me to speak for myself. Hey, he's older than all of us. Don't let him fool you. I don't know how old he really is, but his social security number is 1.5. All right, let's see if we can get some more check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, come now.
Kilo Charlie 7, Yankee Foxtrot Echo, recheck with a congrats to all who are becoming grandpas and great-grandpas.
Yeah, I didn't have my cheat sheet with me there, Lee. We don't normally mute that node because that's the Vegas node, but some moron don't have sense enough to be able to monitor his microphone. Let's get some more check-ins here. Dale got your congrats recheck there. Thank you, sir. Let's see who else is out there and wants to check in. Anybody, anywhere.
November 7, Victor, Delta, Sierra, Gary in Las Vegas.
Kilo, India 7, Sierra, Bravo, Uniform, Daniel in Las Vegas.
Kilo, Echo 0, Romeo, Tango, Papa, George, Oakville, Missouri.
All right, we'll hold it up right there. Yeah, Woody, there's no regulation that keeps us from muting stations. We can do it anytime we want to. Here on the conference, we don't normally mute the Vegas node though because of where it is and the owners and things like that. We have to sometimes though when those issues come up, but there's no regulations that keeps us from muting any stations. Okay, Gary, N7VDS, did you go out and participate in field day?
Good afternoon, Mike, and everyone else on the net. I stayed inside and participated. I had about, I think it was 12 different contacts, everybody from on the East Coast, and then I had one in Hawaii. So I had, like I say, about 12 contacts, and made them all happy, I guess. But other than that, I don't know. It's kind of crazy here because I heard some guy, I was out driving around Saturday morning, and some guy was on one of the local channels here, and he's trying to find out where the field day was, and not a soul would come back to him to give him a location. So, you know, I think on the net here somebody made a comment about Canada and how useless he felt because everybody was doing their own thing and didn't want him to help. So I thought that was pretty disappointing. But anyway, next year's another year, so maybe it'll be better. Other than that, nice and toasty here. What, 110, 112? I don't know what it was today. It was hot, I can tell you that, and it's not going to be any different the next 2 or 3 days. So everybody have a wonderful evening. We'll catch y'all next time on the net. N7VDS. Back to you, Mike.
Yeah, fine business, Gary. Yeah, I don't know. I try not to say a whole lot about situations like that, but the fact of the matter is that as much as I appreciate everybody on here, there are some hounds who are jerks and just don't want to let other people participate or lend a hand. And that's a sad commentary, but unfortunately it's true. I try to treat everybody fairly, and you know, we welcome everybody that wants to try their hand at being a net control or helping out here on the nets. And thankfully the folks I know here in North Dakota, especially the club in Minot, which is an unbelievable group of people, and the equipment they have, I wish you guys could have seen field day in Minot this weekend. They had the county EOC trailer. They have a telescopic tower trailer and all kinds of radio equipment and antennas and everything that belongs to the club. These guys really invest in and believe in what they're doing. And I wish it was that way everywhere. Unfortunately, it's not. Gary N7VDS, thank you, sir. Always good to have you on the net. Daniel, boy, here's a troublemaker. KG7POU, what's going on?
Well, good evening to the net. Yeah, I've been told that a couple of times. When I was younger, that is. Not much going on except for the heat. I believe we got the 108, but it definitely felt hotter. Like I said earlier this morning, field day, I never got around to any of the field day spots so I can visit and whatnot. So I guess I'll have to wait till next year. But I did get my field day shirt. Work was slow as again. Probably tomorrow it'll pick up. We got a convention starting finally. So with that, I'll pass it back to Net Control, KG7POU.
All right, Daniel, thank you. So you like donuts, huh?
I like donuts.
What kind of donuts?
Nana.
Nana's donuts? Okay. That's Miss Kaylee come to tell me that her new favorite is donuts. All right. Thanks, Daniel. Good to have you on the net, and appreciate you being patient. It's kind of a long wait tonight sometimes. KG7POU, KM4OOC. Let's see if George is still out there. What about it, George?
Yeah, thank you, Mike. This is George, KE0RTP in Oakville, Missouri. Just a little ways away from Bob, his repeater. I had scheduling conflicts. This is my first year at ham, and I couldn't make it to the field day. I listened to a little bit of it. So what I did is the week before, I took a 5-day fishing trip down to Wapapello Lake, which is south of Comstock where they were at. In 2 days, I stopped counting fish at over 50 for the whole week, was probably over 100. Caught about 14 turtles, which we all love to catch. 4 catfish, 1 crappie. Most of the rest of them were all bluegill or sunfish. Had a really great time and everything like that. A lot of peace and quiet. A lot of good fishing. Lost a lot of bait. And that was about it for me. I love listening to the guys coming back on the weekend. Love listening to them come back.
Man, George, the only thing I want to know is, can I come down and go fishing with you?
And I had a cabin all myself this time. They got good, real nice cabins down there, almost like hotel rooms. And they're right up a little hill from the lake. You just go right down to it.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. And, boy, I'll tell you something. That's one thing I really enjoyed about growing up in North Carolina, was fishing and hunting and the wildlife. The wildlife here is a lot different than what I'm used to. Of course, we had deer. You know, our deer were a lot bigger than what they are here. But one thing that I always enjoyed was turtle. Man, that's good eating. And you made me envious for sure. I think you said you caught 1 crappie. Now, back home in the Blue Ridge Mountains, the crappie fishing was amazing. And they were all about the size of your hand usually. And it didn't take no time to catch a 5-gallon bucket full. Always enjoyed that. And but we like the wildlife here in North Dakota. My granddaughter Kaylee especially does. The deer and the moose, and she even likes to see a coyote out in the field. I don't mind seeing a coyote if I can get the scope on him clear. George, thank you for your patience. Glad you hung out with us tonight. K0RTP from KM4OOC. And let's see if there's some more check-in. Wait a minute. KG7POU. Let me see if I can get you in here. You said your mic's acting up a little bit. KI7POU. Go ahead and try it. Oh, KG7POU. Gino, see if you can key up. All right, you obviously can't key up. But you might go in and check your settings on your Echolink there, Gino. I appreciate you coming on the net, and I got you on the list, sir. Anybody else, anywhere, wants to check in, please come now.
Kilo Charlie 7, Yankee Foxtrot Echo, recheck to the rescue.
Yeah, go ahead, Dale.
KM4OC net control. I thought I'd jump back in here and kill a cricket or two anyway. But congratulations all around to those that are grandfathers and great-grandfathers, and to your son, and or becoming a grandfather to a grandson, and congratulations to him. I just wanted to say that real quick, and put a plug in for Worldwide Friendship Net, which meets 7 days a week, 365 days a year on the Michigan Conference. And don't confuse that with the World Friendship Net or the World Radio Nets. Your World Friendship and Radio Nets. These nets meet at 7 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. Mountain, 9 a.m. Central, and 10 a.m. East Coast times. And all nets are open to anyone around the world who would like to check in with us. First-timers are always welcome, and those who participate occasionally, you're always welcome to check in as often as you like. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand the mic back to you. I just thought I'd put my plug in for the Worldwide Friendship Net. KM4OC net control. The mic is yours as a KC7YFE. Back to you.
Okay, Dale, thank you very much. Yeah, good folks over on the Michigan Conference. Be sure and check out the nets there when you can. KG7PSC, Mark, it's got nothing to do with hitting the repeater. I've got the repeater muted, the 3641, because it's becoming a continuous problem of some bozo riding around sitting on his mic button. Go ahead, Mark. KG7PSC, did you want to check in? All right, you're not muted. You're right there on Facebook. All you got to do is key up your computer. You're not muted. You can check in on your computer. Only the 3641 node is muted. Yeah, try it again on the repeater, Mark.
Well, I see that. Muted the thing. Oh, well. Well, are you on, what side of town are you on? Are you out in the northwest area?
Recognize Kilo Golf 7, Papa Sierra Zulu. Yeah, I'm getting through. Okay, Mike, yeah, I'm here. It's Mark in Las Vegas. I can hear myself on Echolink. Hey, thanks. You're very handy. That's very nice. I forgot all about what I was going to say, except I'm here in Las Vegas. It was a very nice day. Cold as heck in Las Vegas. Really, man,
77 degrees inside here. I'm always looking around for a sweater. No matter where I am, the air conditioning's blowing on me. Outside, oh man, it was 108. Tomorrow it's going to be 111. Not too bad till the wind starts blowing right in your face, kicking a little sand in with it. It's delightful. And ooh, you got to have expensive windows in Las Vegas. If you have rental grade windows installed in 1983, oh man, it shows up when you shampoo the carpet. Well, I don't have any carpet anymore, but they get buckets of dirt. It all comes in through the windows. It leaks in. Man, they could rebuild the state of Oklahoma with a sand inside here. Quick break. And furthermore, I protest. I don't have anything to protest. Everything's great. But man, I haven't been to a protest in so long. Let's protest something. I'll think of something. I'll let you know. I'll get back to you later. Maybe on a recheck. Maybe tomorrow. Kilo, Golf, 7, Papa, Sierra, Zulu. Mark in Las Vegas. I'm Claire. Goodbye.
Well, thank you, sir, for stopping by to dazzle us with your wisdom. The last protest I was involved with was protesting the request that the local utility put in for a rate increase for electricity. And we won, of course. But dust seeping in through the windows. Only in Las Vegas. Thank you, Mark. George, KA1TTZ. Good evening. He left in a hurry. Alright. Let's make the final call out here. Last call. Anybody anywhere in the world wants to get checked in. Last call. Now's the time.
Kilo, 7 Zulu, KK7Z.
Net control. Hey, Mike, for a recheck. Please, Kilo, Golf, 7, Papa, Sierra, Zulu.
Control, Whiskey 7, Japanese cockroach assassin, Las Vegas.
All right, gentlemen. KK7Z, Joe. Nice to hear you.
Hey, evening there, Mike, and everybody on the net. Joe in Las Vegas. Yeah, we were all muted there, so I tried there, but I'm in range of my home node here, so just want to get in there and say evening to you, and hello to the cockroach assassin there, John. Actually, John, his home QTH and my home QTH are only about, I think, a quarter mile away now, so we're pretty close here. Anyway, I won't keep it. Joe in Las Vegas, KK7Z. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, sir. Always good to hear you on the net, my friend. Yeah, we don't like to mute that 3641, but didn't have a choice tonight. Joe, come back and join us again. KK7Z, KM4OOC. Mark, go ahead with your recheck, sir.
Thanks, Mike. I am doing an experiment now. Got a new external speaker mic. Got a coiled cord. I don't like this thing. I think it makes the battery, I think it consumes too much juice from the battery. because I had a full charge and I just began speaking, and you know, sometimes I turn it on, turn it off, just kind of check the gas gauge, and it was running a little low. So I'm yakking. Maybe I'll recite the alphabet in German. Hey, quick break. No, I'll spare you that. Maybe I'll recite the periodic table. Element number 1, hydrogen. Element number 2. All right, maybe that would take too long, and then I would run out of juice for real. Well, I think I've accomplished my objective. I'm going to get off and then see how much juice. It's my theory that this external speaker mic, I'm better off putting this thing back in the drawer. Nice experiment. Well, on the mark in Las Vegas, Kilo Golf 7, Papa Sierra Zulu clear.
Yeah, well, I don't know how it would consume any energy unless it's lighted, maybe. Mark, you have a new microphone. A collar mic, as we used to call them. Enjoy that. Watch for the dead keys. John, W7JCA, good evening.
Good evening, Mike, and congratulations to Lee on the grandchild, the boy. And Joe, yeah, I keep forgetting. You're like, I pass you every morning, Joe, on my way to the gym down to Raw Fitness down on Tenaya and Craig. So we definitely got to get together, and I'll send you an email. Anyway, thanks for picking me up, Mike. We're about 127 degrees out here. Actually, I had just got back from Arizona. I held field day. I got a place up in the mountains of Arizona. We had 5 stations going, 3 at all times. And we made over 200 contacts. This is our 3rd annual field day event we had. Went over pretty well. We had, maybe we had too much adult beverages, but we had a good time. 5 stations, 3 were continuous. We ran digital. We ran everything from 10 through 80, off and on. We had some FT8 going, and we had a good time. So it was the 3rd annual one, so we're trying to definitely get bigger and bigger every year. So with that, I do appreciate you picking me up, and I'm going to turn it back to Net Control from Whiskey 7, Japanese Cockroach Assassin, Las Vegas.
Hey, well, that sounds like a plan to me. And if you had some adult beverages along the way, so be it. Maybe that'll be Perry and I's plan for field day next year. We'll meet on some mountaintop somewhere and set up a station and have some adult beverages, and you guys will all know when we're finished taking check-ins, because you won't hear us anymore. Perry, you feel like checking in there before I shut her down? All right, buddy. You feel better. I'm going to make one more last call. Anybody? All right, that's going to wrap it up here for a Monday night. Thanks, everybody. I've had a great time. I enjoy doing this. If I didn't, I'd stop. This is Kilo Mike 4, Oscar Charlie Mike in North Dakota. Thanks to everybody that participated in the net, and also those that stood by while the net was in progress. I hope next time you'll pick up the mic and let us know who and where you are. Thanks to Kent Johnson, W7AOR, and Nevada Amateur Radio Repeaters Incorporated for allowing us to use the Western Reflector. Please visit narri.org for more information about NARI. The World of Friendship Net meets here at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Saturday on the World Conference and IRLP 9251. I'll return the reflector to normal amateur use, and if you're not normal, you can use it anyway. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Good evening, KG7POU, Mike.
7-3s, Mike, KM4OOC, net control, KC7YFE, now clear and going to dinner.
KC7POU, AMOC. I guess Mike talked everyone out. KG7POU.
JCA clear. W7JCA, KG7. W7JCA, KG7SU. Seven S.